Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome on in to the Aegis Rolldown podcast. I'm your boy, the Real Honey Bear. Here with me, nobody. It's a solo podcast today. I hope you guys are doing well. We are here still bringing in the action. Lots of TFT this week. Lots of TFT. Yeah, good stuff going on. Welcome on in. I will probably be a little more chat focused, a little more TFT focused. If you guys are hanging out and you do want to be on, let me know. I'm happy to just bring people on if you guys are interested. So Lawrence had an extremely busy day today. Big shout out to that guy. He was running the mid set. So it was kind of funny. He did get roasted. I can't remember who. I think it was Frodan. Roasted him, or he's the head of items. He's the head guy for items, and so he got quick roasted by Frodan. That was pretty funny. Got to see that. I didn't call him out on it, but I'll call him out on it now. Good stuff. But yeah, he was just busy today. So he was unable to make it. So we have that other guy that's just a blue screen. It's just a blue screen. Yeah. Heck of a lot of stuff for TFT. Other than TFT, though, the Crunchyroll Anime Awards happened. Don't know if anybody actually watched it. The Crunchyroll Anime Awards were pretty fun. Pretty fun. There were some shockers, some definitely not so shockers, and some good stuff all around. The things that I was always, I don't know if anybody else watched them. I won't have any spoilers if somebody was like, oh, I want to know what was the best. So I won't spoil anything, but there was some fun stuff. Going on. I'm a massive weeb anime fan, and so pretty enjoyable getting to watch those. Something sad through the weekend with anime though. I did talk with B-Pods. Not deep conversation, but B-Pods went to the not premiere per se, but the Demon Slayer movie, right? The Demon Slayer movie, it's out in theaters. Is anybody a Demon Slayer fan? Because apparently the movie was a scam. Big scam. It was just the last 3 episodes, was the first hour of the movie. Kind of sad. So I was planning on going to watch that. Didn't happen. Did not happen. Free until 7:30 if you need a guy. Robin puts, what time is 7:30? I actually don't know what time 7:30 is. Wait. Is 7:30 in an hour? Hour 20. Yeah. You want to jump in? I'm happy to have you, man. I think you have access to this channel, so if you want to pop in, feel free to pop on in. We'll get your camera going if you want to be on camera. If not, feel free to. Burger, welcome on in. Rain, what's up, dude? Great to see you. Mocha's on in here. An hour on in. Yo, what's up, my friend? Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hey, there he is.
Welcome,
dude. Thanks for popping on in here. Hey, did you check out that movie?
I have heard the rumors of it being a recap movie for most of it.
Isn't that a shame?
That is so ratty.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. The last 3 episodes, baller. But, like, come on. Like, that.
Yeah, the majority of the movie is that. It's kind of cringe. Like, come on, you're gonna... Especially because the precedent is the Mugen Train arc being in a movie in itself, which is, like, enough. It's all new. So it's like, you're gonna pull that? Really?
Feels absolutely awful, man. I'm gonna drop in podcast Gen. I'll drop the cam link if you want to join. You're more than welcome to. If not, no big deal. But yeah, that's kind of a shame. I was, huh?
Can you also send the password?
Same password as it always is. Do you not know it?
If I scroll far enough, maybe I'll find it.
There's the password. Actually, half the people in chat probably know the password. It's always been the same password. If you guys ever do a password with me, I'll give it right now. The password is Honeybear is the best. It's always Honeybear is the best. Because I can, so I do.
What are these spoilers?
Yeah, isn't it like I haven't fully seen. I don't know if it is like, does it get better? Like, is it an actual season after that, or do you have any idea?
Or
Demon Slayer.
From my understanding, it's a full season. Like, I think they're gonna do a TV release or like actual series. I mean,
yeah. Okay, I thought it was just strictly a full season, and so when I heard the first hour was just filler or the recap, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, man. Like, how is this? How is this a thing?
I haven't read the manga. Like, I just have had people say some stuff, so I can't say how long like the content is for the next arc, but I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Super weird. What else have you been watching anything else lately?
I'm still on that manga binge. Like, read like maybe since the last time I spoke to you on a podcast, I've read like 20 new ones. Don't remember a single one of them. It's all the same generic trash, but I cannot stop. It must go into my brain, into my young
What's your
bullets.
genre?
Right now, there's just too much isekai garbage I need to consume. I have to eat it all.
I love isekai. By far my favorite genre.
It's like a guilty pleasure at this point. I don't get anything from it. It's just scratches an itch I need scratched.
Feels. What's peak isekai? Do you
Peak
have a peak
isekai?
isekai?
I'd have to think really hard because like 'cause there's like the usual generic low budget isekai that they make
The
into
12
garbage
episode
anime.
isekai that's out every
Yeah.
season, right? Yeah.
And then there's like real ones with actual story like ReZero, right?
Okay, yep.
You have to find those ones.
What do you
Shadow
think
of
of, like,
the
something
Eminence,
like,
that's a relatively new one.
Wait, what was this? Oh, Eminence to Shadow?
Shadow of the Eminence? Or that one, yeah. Eminence of the Shadow.
Yep. That's a good one. It's still coming out, right? I'm on dubbed, so I'm like episode 9.
I think it's all. I mean, I think they greenlit a second season, but subwise it's all out. I'm waiting for the new volume to come out because before the anime came out, I was just reading it, which is lit.
Gotcha. I tried to get into reading, failed miserably. It was tough.
Don't know how to read. TFT player.
I'm TFT.
I got you.
What? Throw another one out. Gate. Have you watched Gate? Heard Gate? Read Gate?
Yay. It's an enjoyable one. I've heard that the good, like when Gate gets good, is past the anime, but I don't know. I heard that we're never getting a second Gate season for whatever reason.
Really?
Same with No Game No Life. That's another isekai.
No
But that's
Game
also
No
never
Life?
getting another season.
We're like 9 years waiting or 10 years waiting.
It's like some either controversy or health issue. I forget which one for No Game No Life with the mangaka.
Did is there manga for No Game No Life? Like, is it
There's a
past
light
season
novel.
1?
I don't know if there's a manga, but there's a light novel.
Okay, is it past? Is the light novel finished? Is it?
I don't know if it has to be finished. It's been literal years.
It's
right?
been so long.
Otherwise, One Piece, and it's like, okay, well, let's move on with our lives then.
When did Ramen get here? I don't know, man. He just kind of popped in.
I disappeared.
I
I
have
just
no
found out
idea.
I had an extra hour, and I was like, all right, I'll help out.
Yeah, if anybody else in the chat just wants to pop on in, let me know. Feel free to jump on in here. Yeah, isekai. Man, I feel like there's so many good isekai. No Game No Life though is one I've probably watched 3 or 4 times. The movies are good too, though. I'm a big fan of the
There's
movies. Yeah,
I have to look that up.
you haven't
did
seen
not
them?
know
I
that
think there's
existed.
2 of them.
Are they like future arcs, or are they just like random garbage?
Spin-offs.
Oh, I don't know if I care.
Okay, I mean, it was like I don't know. It was one of those things that I'm like, I would like a season 2, but hey, I got a movie. It's all right. I'll watch it. I'm happy with it.
I'll take what I can get.
Yeah,
the
I'm
world
not
is
like
kind of too sick.
Yeah, I'm not over the moon with it, but I'm like, all right, this is pretty
Mhm.
fun. I enjoy this. I'm happy with it.
I'm
pretty
just
good.
used to getting burned in like the old days. All the anime movies are Dragon Ball and One Piece and Naruto movies, which are all just random non-canon filler that just tells its own self-contained story, which could be good, but is usually bad. And that's just like my perception, even though nowadays a lot of the movies are actually kind of nice.
Just out of curiosity, do you know how many One Piece movies are there?
No clue. I've watched most of the super long ones except One Piece because it's like I'm too old, man. I can't dedicate that much time anymore.
What do you mean? Yes, you can.
Oh man,
You absolutely
that time
can.
goes to TFT. That's all that matters now.
You absolutely you can. You could climb back to Masters next set while watching One Piece. You could probably climb to Masters
could.
200 LP while watching One Piece.
I think me watching One Piece would take longer than an entire set.
Yeah, it would. But like, I'm just saying, you could start. You could, work your way towards it. Have you seen any One Piece?
I've seen like bits and pieces. Nothing like. I've watched One Piece abridged by the Purple Eyes WTF way back in the day, and that's the extent of my knowledge.
Okay. One Piece is good. I mean, there are times where it's peak anime, and there are times it's utter garbage. but
There's like
it's good.
it's very difficult for me to call any of the super long anime good because like one, it's super long
Yep.
and there's no way that you can tell that much story, and two, there's so much filler that you can't tell me to just not watch half of it, right?
True.
Like if I can't watch half of it because it's garbage filler, then it's just not good.
I think there's only like 140 episodes only 140 episodes. But it's like 10% filler. Something like that.
Then it's not good. It can't be
10%
good
filler?
if it's like that, man.
That's not bad.
Like if
that's
you
like
put
that's
it
like
in the
you're
perspective
watching
of 10%, sure, but if you put it in the perspective of there's 140 episodes, which is
skip.
times 30 minutes, like come on.
You can skip a few. You can skip a few. Like no
Yeah,
big
but
deal.
if you have to skip a few, can you say it's good?
Yes. What about every 12 episode anime? Every single one of them. Every single one. 100% word. Has a beach episode that's useless. It's a useless beach episode. Do you skip that?
Yeah, but that's 30 minutes of useless episodes.
It's 10%.
Versus what? Okay,
10%. It's 10%, man. It's useless.
If we're gonna put it by raw percentages, sure.
Useless.
Like you can make some fucked up statements about like the state of the world with like raw percentages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm a raw
only
percentage.
8% of America is in poverty.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Well,
Correct.
sure.
Anyways, moral of the story: start watching One Piece. It's worth it. It's worth the time.
How about this? If I ever take a break for a set, I'll spend that set watching One Piece.
Deal. I'll take that. Meta and TFT news. Did you watch any of the mid-set, Ramen?
I watched some of it, but I do know a decent bit about the meta regarding like Jesus, Timo, and Owen yapping in my ears. So I think I'm fairly knowledgeable.
Okay. Mid-set was pretty fun, in my opinion. I actually really liked it. Big shout out. A lot of the players I really didn't care about, I'm going to be honest. Broccoli, though, the only player in the top 8 on my friends list, so big shout out to Broccoli. Thank you for not unfriending me.
I know
Pete
that.
almost had a friend on there. But
Well,
lost that one.
kind of blew that, Pete.
That was a yikes.
I mean, to be fair, if some random messages you some random garbage, I might just remove you. So,
well, it was for an in-house, right? That's what he was asking for.
I don't remember the context.
I think it was a 5 challenger in-house that he messaged him for, or like full challenger. I don't know. It was
I
high
thought it was
challenger.
to join summer camp, but I don't actually know.
No, I swear it was just an in-house. I think it was like, I swear it was like a mostly challenger in-house that he invited him to, and he just insta got rid of him.
I gotta say, I am not all that well versed in the dish soap and the Crazy Pete discourse.
You don't know the Crazy
Like-
Pete drama?
Like,
don't
I'm not
follow?
one to study up on the lore here.
I think that is the peak of TFT drama, is it not?
Uh-huh.
I don't know very
I can't
much
think
drama,
of a
but
bigger. I can't think of a more significant drama.
it's pretty peak. Pretty peak. I mean, there's only a few. With Rain cameo, Rain, you jumping in? Did I miss it? I don't know. Let me know.
Let's get the whole chat in here.
Get everybody in.
Screw
here.
it.
Drag 'em in. If you can see this live channel, feel free to jump in. Yeah, it was a good mid set. The totality of it was quite fun to watch. I don't actually who was Allen Iverson, wasn't that it?
Wajan
Ian?
Iverson.
Was Ian
I don't know how
Iverson?
to pronounce his name. I just know his username, which is I think pronounced Wajan Iverson.
Wajan
I
Iverson?
literally-
Wajan
every
Iverson,
time I
that's
s-
it.
Every time I look at his name, I immediately snap think WandaVision for some reason. I can't
WandaVision?
stop calling him WandaVision.
Okay.
But yeah, WandaVision was like a beast during mid set.
Absolutely like it actually wasn't even close. 40 points, topped the lobby. Next closest was 32.
It was
like an
not
entire
remotely
game
close. You
ahead.
could literally AFK a single game, and
still
there would be
win.
no difference in standings.
Yep. Game 7, he could have walked away and still won. Like that's actually incredible. Well, game 6, all he needed was a 7th place. If he got 7th, he insta-locked. So as soon as he got 7th, he walked off, basically. I mean, he did.
Singular his singular bot 4 was a 5th, and everything else was like a 2-1, and it's like that's just insane dominance.
Yeah, that was the last game. Who knows? He might have been. He wasn't on camera. I don't think he could have been popping champagne. Like he could. As soon as he got 7th, he could have gave up, and he might have. I don't know.
He was just watching One Piece.
He could have been watching One Piece. Yeah, he got 2nd in his 1st through 4th game. It was 2nd, 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 and then 1st, and then who cares what happened the last game? Like he didn't actually have to play. He just had to get a
and no diff at that point.
No diff. Just get
everyone's
7.
just playing for plus or minus 1K, and that's pretty much it.
But all it was if he got, even if he got 8th, the only way he lost is if Broccoli got 1st. So like even in 8th, he could almost have walked off as long as Broccoli didn't get 1st. Like that's nuts.
I think Broccoli bought. I think it went 7th. I don't 100% remember. That last game?
Yeah, 7th last game. Yeah,
I remember Dish Soap was playing for 3rd, and I think there's 2 people that have a B in their name, like Basso and somebody else.
Yeah, Basso and Broccoli, and that's it. Oh,
no, there's something
Buzzy Boo.
Buzzy Boo. One of those had to get 8th for Dish Soap to get 3rd, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, Basso skills needed to. Yeah. I've heard so many people are fans of Dish Soap. I'm not a fan of Dish Soap. But my
Dish
gosh,
Soap was like a surprisingly popular streamer. Over 1K concurrent views, generally speaking.
Yeah. Not a fan of him. But I'm a big fan of his TFT gameplay. I kind of wanted him to go to Worlds. Because I
will say,
I do think
this is my declaration of war on the TFT scene. Please, I am begging you, be interesting in your interviews. Stop saying, I just high rolled. Like, I cannot listen to this for a 5th time, man. Be interesting, you disgusting little piggies. Oh.
Wait. Does Raina have access to the
show? As I complain.
All right, Lawrence, it's all you, man. Dragon Man. But yeah, nobody's interesting in interviews. No, at all. Like, at all.
Pretty much.
It's so sad.
The only interesting person that could possibly be interviewed would be Keens, and I stand by that.
Keens? You know, I asked Keens for an interview recently. He denied me.
Oh, he's too big time for you now. Too big time.
He's like, no chance, Honey Bear. True story.
See this Keens guy? He lent me his Lambo the other day. Like, he's too big time.
Yeah. Keens, tell me I'm wrong, man. I DM'd you. I'm like, Keens, I want to do an interview with you. And you straight said no. Straight said no. Got him. Feels bad, man.
Unfortunate.
Rain, welcome on in, dude.
Oh, hello.
For those of you who don't know Rain is now in the content crew. Rain is a Masters plus TFT player, somewhere around Masters. Have you hit GM?
No. I was thinking about trying for it this set, and then I played games, and it did not happen. My MMR got tanked, and I was like, you know what? I'm good. Like, I don't need to ruin my mental. I'm not going pro anytime soon. Like, let's do some other things. But I think 8-5. I mean, every set, right? You try to climb as high as you can, and I think like this set. I had my peak for sure, which was like 175 or like 204 or something like that. And that was pretty early on. Like, I think very early on in the set, when everybody was like climbing from 0, I was in like the, I don't know, top 5 to 800 for a while.
Feels good.
And was playing against like a bunch of challengers. Like, it was really cool to play with, like, I was in a lobby with like Becca and a lobby with Emily. I took a game off Showtime, and he was pissed. So that was cool. And then, I just couldn't be consistent, and kind of fell off from there.
Never consistent, so I feel that. Rain, don't feel obligated to join. We can, but if you would like to, just send you the link. It's all yours.
Yeah, I see.
But everyone, welcome on in, Rain. And yes, I do want to just confirm this. Keens confirmed in chat he denied me for an interview. You have it? He's too big time, man. How, like, can anybody get a hold of that guy? I don't know.
I speak to him once in a blue moon. He usually ignores me. I just get straight donut-walled. If I'm in the same call as him, he just spits on me. He makes a genuine spit noise, and I just sit down.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I saw him in a call once. I tried to get in, and insta deleted me. Like, insta off. It's like, oh, jeez. This guy is
I
just
lost my
too
Discord
big.
account. Last time I joined a call, my Discord account instantly deleted.
My goodness. He's got way too much power on his hands.
I hear his
Keynes,
dad works at Xbox.
Keynes, if you're hearing this, you gotta get help, man. You gotta get help. We're friends. We're here for you.
We're trying so hard to talk to you, man.
We just want to help you, Keynes. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is nice that at least he acknowledges us, you know what I mean? Like, acknowledges in the fact that, like, we're nothing to him. So, feels good.
Sometimes he throws us little guys a bone, and that's really respectable.
Like, I'm gonna acknowledge them by deleting their Discord. That's your acknowledgement. It's like, yes! I made it!
Thank you, sir!
I made it! What a legend. Other meta news. What do you guys think of we're coming to the end here. What do you guys think of the patches lately? You think the meta's getting a little stale? Do you think it's been hype?
I do enjoy this patch, generally speaking. It feels like pretty much any line tends to work, but there are like a couple of disgusting things, and those disgusting things are Gadgettine Crest and Gadgettine Soul. It's like the easiest transition into like this 5 Gadgettine Setter Zed, which just steamrolls lobbies until you are capped. Like, I first time Gadgettine Zed the other day, and it didn't make any sense how I was winning rounds.
Yeah, I feel like other than, you know, some of the admin combinations, and if you can get them right, like you're going to do really, really well, but if you don't, like, you got to take a different line. And there's a couple things that are a little off, but I think for the most part right now is like a really, really sweet spot, but it just feels like, as usual, like they finally nail it right at the end. You spend the entire set just like abusing and getting abused by the most, you know, whatever's the broken thing that they didn't figure out, they didn't test, or they didn't account for, because, you know, we play on day one of the PBE more games than they do in their like entire eternal.
Rain, mute yourself on Ninja. We're hearing you twice.
Oh, my bad. All right. Should be better now?
I hope so.
Yeah. So yeah, like, and then they spend the entire set sort of like trying to balance things, and sometimes balance thrashing, and sometimes not doing enough. And this set we had 3 or 4 weeks of Super's Yumi reroll dominating everything. Like,
quick change in. Are hero augments just the worst? Did they make a mistake with hero augments?
I think they made a mistake with augments. Personally,
I tend to disagree in terms of augments. I feel like they're generally these days not too bad.
Yeah,
like,
I like augments.
In set 6 they were absurd, and now they're like a lot more evenly balanced. But when it comes to hero augments, they are so absurdly warping. Oh, this spot is doomed. Spread shot. It's a first now. Like, it's just so crazy that one. Oh, if it happens to be 3-3-3, you win the game. If it happens to be 4-4-4, you go bot 4. And I really dislike that.
And the inconsistency of it, right? Like, you know, you can look at the chart and try to predict, but then you can also look at the chart and be like, wow, I'm playing a reroll comp, and it's going to be like hero augment 4-2. It's probably going to be like 3-3-3 or 4-4-3, and I'm screwed, right? And you see that augment pop up, and you're like, okay, I'm playing for 5th, because like everybody in the lobby just hit their carry, and I'm now suddenly way behind. It can be really disheartening.
I genuinely feel with the units alone, and if it was just base augments, that this set would possibly be in the top half of sets. maybe even like a top 5 set. I really enjoy all the traits in the units. But I feel like hero augments and the implementation of them drag down the set to like bot like 5 or bot 3 even.
I fully agree. I think actually when we started the set, I was so hype on it. I'm like, this is going to be one of the most fun sets we've ever had. Starting it actually on the PBE, I said I think it's going to be the most fun set I've ever had.
Same.
Yeah, and it just started to get stale really quickly. And yeah, hero augments. I mean, once they implemented them at the first, when you didn't have those 4 rerolls, that was terrible. And then I'm like, okay, 4 rerolls, this is gonna be hype. And then they add in the 4 rerolls. I'm like, wait a minute. Now there are like 10 hero augments that are busted broken, and you just click reroll till you find one of those, and then play it, and that's it. There's no other way. And it's tough. I feel like they added so much innovation to the game, but they also just removed all the innovation by not balancing correctly. And I don't know how you balance, what is it, 100, 140 hero augments?
Yeah.
I don't know how you balance that. That's a nightmare, in my opinion. That is incredible that they even attempted to balance 140 different hero augments on top of the game that they're already struggling to balance.
Yeah. Plus the units, plus the items, plus...
They're already not the greatest at balancing it. So adding that in, I'm like, oh.
I feel like their team is just kind of too small to do a lot of the things that they want to do. I feel like every single set, they bite off a little bit more than they can chew. And I appreciate it. It's better than having a stagnant, boring game. But you have people are playing thousands upon thousands of games a day, and people are going to optimize, right? They're going to figure out what the ideal thing is, no matter how much variance you add. And to a certain extent, like the more variance you add, the more frustrating it is, because one person in your lobby hits the optimal thing and you're just suddenly playing super behind. And that's just as frustrating as everybody being equal in some ways.
And I think that excuse of the TFT development team being small will only last and be valid until Set 9, because we know that in Set 9 is when Riot's budgeting for TFT dramatically exploded upwards, and we do know that the TFT team size itself is also dramatically bigger, especially for Set 9. So I'm willing to give a pass until then.
Sure. I'd be a little more understanding if they hired me when I applied for their QA team.
True.
So,
wait, I've actually applied to, I think, 4 different Riot jobs. Never got a call back. I never expect to ever get a call back. But I feel like they probably get thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of applications for every job posting. So I'm like, we'll see what happens. But also, I won't be moving to LA. So
sure, I live like an hour away from LA. I talked to Mort really briefly at the fan experience, because they did the Meet the Devs thing, and I was like, hi, I'm old and I want to help TFT be good. How do I do that? How do I get into this? And he was just like, you just got to keep trying, like, don't get discouraged. And he said the same thing. He was like, I got rejected by Riot like 3 times before they hired me. And he's like, I applied to a bunch of different places and got rejected. So get used to it and just keep being persistent. So that's probably what I'll do. And
Robin, did you ever apply?
Not yet. I've been thinking about it, because come on, Riot, how many challenger applicants do you get? Surely not that many.
Probably
Surely
not.
I'm a shoo-in, right? Please.
Probably.
Please, Riot.
Probably.
My plan has been, so, like, a little backstory on me. I quit my job like a little bit less than a year ago to pursue creating a game, but then I got addicted to TFT, and that shot that in the face. But the original idea was to get a year of experience, even if I don't complete the game, just have that on a resume and then try applying to Riot with like the pretext of like, hey, I'm also a Challenger TFT player, please take me, please, God, please. But right now I'm competing too much, so it's not really happening.
That's cool though.
It's been a fun experience, especially having meeting everybody here at Aegis.
Yeah. I make little RPG Maker games. That's my game dev experience. because I grew up on RPGs and I just like
the random RPG makers that are on Steam.
I actually, interestingly enough, I've made 2 games now, based on my favorite streamer, who's not like a TFT streamer. They actually used to, no, it's Turk. He used to play Heroes of the Storm, and now he plays League and a lot of variety and stuff. And he's just like a variety creator. I love him to death. And I made 2 video games about him and these 2 other streamers that are all kind of interconnected with a bunch of like in jokes, and it's very memey. But the second game is actually like set inside of League of Legends, and they all transform into their mains. So like Turk turns into Swain, and it has like a sort of tactical Final Fantasy Tactics style battle system and stuff like that. But it's super memey. And fun, and that's the extent of my game dev experience.
I have none. But what I do have, and this is disappointing to me, I was not a part of the weekly this week, but I did just get the weekly results. Quite saddening to see. I did put them in Podcast Gen, so if you guys want to check it out, you can check it there as well. Wait, Lawrence is giving me new information. But it looks like Jesus Timo won? Is that correct? This feels bad, man. Who let Jesus Timo win?
When was this?
It's a known high roller. That was Thursday. The Thursday weekly.
Why did this escape my mind?
It's every Thursday.
Man, I keep not playing in the weeklies.
What was this? Keynes went 5th on his birthday? Huh. What you get for Dono rolling Robin Blitz. Saying, man, you don't Dono roll Robin Blitz, you get a first.
Yeah, that's just karmic retribution. Like, there's no explanation needed other than that.
Absolutely. Wait. Kennis? Is Kennis a fake account for Keynes? Did somebody make that account?
Keynes and Kennis, the two brothers.
Is that like, wait, was that? It sounds like Keynes is playing like with his feet on that one.
He's playing on 2. He's got his PC over here and his laptop, multitasking.
Keynes so bad he went 5-7.
Yeah, he's win trading himself, but he doesn't really know how win trading works, so he just goes 5-7.
Hey, Kenneth did beat ZZ Zhao, so ZZ Zhao is actually, or Zhao ZZ, excuse me, is nutty good. So hey, if you beat him, that'll be a little proud.
Go to the game Asian Boy Mac is gold and outplaced top 10 challenger Keynes, so
it'd be like that sometimes.
A prodigy, perhaps? Who could say?
Wait, Asian Boy Mac is gold?
Yep.
That's phenomenal.
As far as I know.
That is great.
I mean, not for long. Not for long. Playing like that.
My goodness. Yes, man. I mean, we always talk about, I don't know, we got to get a better one than this eventually, but we always talk about the gold winning the challenger lobby in ACL. Feels good. Rain, have you heard that one?
No,
it's not a long story. It was, they only had 7 players, so they just went into a norm, sent it.
Oh, I did hear that story, yeah.
And a gold player got in there and won the lobby. It's like, how does that happen? This is
that's fantastic.
I don't know if you guys have this documented.
Of 7 challenger players, and they lose to a gold. Like, how?
I don't know if you guys have this documented, but I think in set 7 ACL, I was also in an ACL lobby with like 6 challengers, and then there were 2 randoms. Both of them outplaced us.
Wait,
they
really?
went 1-3 or something like that.
Oh my goodness!
Actual gods of TFT.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have it documented somewhere.
Talent.
I don't know. We won't know who the players were. We don't have those players documented.
And they're just out there like, oh, I won a game. I had a great. They have no idea.
Unless usually the people was bullying, but this.
But I mean, like, but imagine you're like, it's like a Thursday afternoon. It's your day off. It's like one of your 4 TFT games you're going to play this week. You load into a normal and you just see challenger banner, challenger banner. And you're like, motherfucker.
They like double check if they're playing ranked, and then they think about it for a second and they're like, wait a second, I'm bronze. This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that would be then you win. Terrifying.
Man, you're like, put that up on
That's a
like
story you
on
tell.
your
That's the
wall.
biggest ego
Absolutely, you're
trip.
telling your grandkids that one of these days.
Hey, grandkids, you know about TFT? I did
Yeah,
tell.
It's Teamfight Tactics.
I
Oh
told
no,
my
it's not League of
daughter.
Legends. It's actually that side game. Oh, they. Yeah.
I told my daughter today that she was going to be the greatest TFT player ever. So let her know. She's preparing.
Yeah.
It's like chess prodigies. They train when they're young.
Yep.
Yeah. Look out, set 18. She coming.
That 18. If TFT lasts that long, I'll be genuinely impressed.
Lawrence, can we get a check and see if we have the screenshot of the Set 7 ACL games? Do we have those archived somewhere? Because that's how we ran everything. So Lawrence, if we have the Set 7 ACL match results channel archived, it would that was before we came to this Discord, right? So it would be in the LOL Discord.
Yeah,
I would love to do like a LOL chess review of those players.
Yeah,
like,
we'd have to,
where are they now?
Where are they now? What week was it? Do we even have? I mean, start with just Set 7. If you can just find Set 7, that would be a win.
The only thing I remember, and maybe you could search it through the filtering in Discord in that server, is me saying that we lost to randoms, and then somebody else in the lobby saying those guys were the gods of TFT. So if you look up that specific phrase, that's the only thing I remember.
Yeah, because I mean we have the score sheets, right? Like we have those, but we won't have the those player names on anything else besides. Nope, we have nothing. Rats. Say we archive everything now, but I didn't know if they, because it would have been in the LOL channel. It would have to be in the LOL Discord. Would be the only place for it. Rats. Want to find them,
but they'll know. Those guys know. They're out there in the world.
All right, from now on, if we have a gold or below player win a lobby in ACL, we archive it, we check it, we hold on to it, and we'll check back in on those players later.
I'm down for a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, they have to get like an honorary mention in the awards. Like.
Lawrence, can we have
wherever you are, 420 blaze at XX, 69 out there, like.
The bronze player that showed up the challengers. Absolutely. Lawrence, from this point forward, we can get an award for that. We can get a Discord role. It has to be something crazy, like gold and below, and you had to have been like gold or below for like 3 sets or something. Like true gold player or below. You win
with like 100 lobby. Games total.
Yeah, we gotta reach out.
So you know they belong there.
Yeah, we'll reach out to you. We'll set some parameters, but that's quite funny. We'll find those players. Got to be out there. They're out there somewhere. Speaking of ACL, leagues happened. AML happened. Finally, the AML happened. Spoiler alert for anybody out there. Moldiver Maniac won AML. Congratulations. I believe they're from Brazil. But they're a Latin America player, LatAm player. Congratulations. I believe it was our first LatAm player ever to win. So really cool that they were able to do that. Cheering on, Yui was pretty excited for it. She had a secret bias the entire time because she's LatAm. So, of course, you'd have a secret bias. We, as North America players, Lawrence and I typically have a small want for North American players to succeed. However, most of the time, our North America pride is relying on Keens. And we all know how that goes. So, it's a bummer. But, not the worst thing in the world. But did you guys get a chance to check out any of the AML finals? We didn't broadcast it. It was only through the players. Did you guys get a chance to watch
actually, me, Dot, and a few people in summer camp were watch partying it and streaming it. So we were like giving our critiques about all the players for most of the games. We do know, I can give you the insider info, that Mr. Owen, second place himself, tilted off the face of the earth in games like 3 through 5 before bringing it back to get a second place. So that was kind of neat.
Oh, no.
It's also a little absurd that Dark Makake lost at all because he, 1, is in crazy form, and 2, went, I think, like 3-2, 3-2 in the first 4 games, but then ended at a 7-8.
Yeah, so it was
And lost it all.
2-3, 2-3, 7-8. Like
So sad.
That stings.
That's heartbreaker right there. He did beat out Dan though. Dan was a little bit salty on. Won a couple extra bucks from Dan there. I believe it was I didn't catch exactly what had happened. But Dan got griefed on Carousel, the last Carousel, which gave him a little bit extra, or gave somebody that extra boost, so that Dan dropped out in 7th. He could have beat Owen and went first, or sorry, dropped out in 2nd, could have beat Owen and went first, and if he would have done that, would have came 3rd in the tournament.
Oh, that's right.
Ended up dropping out, so...
Because Dan was playing rock solid.
Yep.
But of course, all of these AML players don't know the tech, that it's actually good. But because Dan announced that in chat, everybody started contesting his chains for fun because it was kind of funny.
Correct. It was hilarious. It was great.
So Dan could have won out, but because he announced it out loud, everybody griefed him.
Yep.
That's just smart play, though. I mean,
it's a good play. It's a good play.
If you're trying to win, grief your opponent. Like the
funny thing was, Rain, nobody was actually trying to win. There were only a few people who could actually win. It was just for prize money seating, which is pretty funny.
Everybody was for funning at that point, for fun griefing.
Sure,
for funny,
sure.
griefing.
For fun griefing, the best kind of griefing, really.
Only like the top 3 were genuinely playing to get placements.
Correct. Yep. Yeah, because Dark Makai had a great opportunity.
We do a little bit of trolling.
A little bit of griefing here and now.
A little here, a little there.
Small ounce of mischief from time to time.
Yeah, it was good. That was, unfortunately, I think it was the first finals we've, since we started broadcast, first finals we weren't able to broadcast. We will have hopefully something in place for tomorrow, ACL. We are scrambling to get everybody in place. If you guys don't know about the broadcast, so many pieces have to fall in place for the broadcast. So we're scrambling to get things in place for that. But pretty exciting. We finally get to see who's going to win the ACL. Quick preview. We got Joshy Chan, Super Flames within, Shining Stars, Sexy Norris, Player 3X, Skipius, fan favorite, and Solduri playing the top 8, seeing who's going to end up winning that. Robin Blitz, you've played against some of these players. Rain, I don't know if you have, but have we had predictions yet from you guys?
I don't know if you guys had
any thoughts?
Actual predictions, but my own was obviously Skipius is probable to win, but in my heart of hearts, it's Super Flames and Sexy Norris that win the whole thing.
Ooh, Sexy Norris winning the whole thing. Okay,
I'm a Sexy Norris fan now. His Yapit is too endearing for my heart. I can't not like him anymore.
Oh my gosh. Rain, any thoughts on it?
I have none whatsoever.
Okay. That's fair.
I mean, I'll jump in on Team Yappin.
Team Yappin?
I do love me a yapper.
He is
not a typer though. A yapper, yeah. A typer, no. If he's a typer, then
he's a typer. He's a typer. Oh, he's a typer. Yeah, he doesn't actually get a voice. He's a typer.
Don't be a typer.
There's a lot of typing that happens.
Then never mind. I take it back.
There's a lot of typing.
Typers are
to his detriment sometimes. It's a double-edged sword. He's got it's like he tilts himself sometimes. I feel like he's trying to tilt his opponent and he just digs himself a hole. It's like this player is probably one of the best players that we've ever seen at Aegis. If he doesn't dig his own hole, his own grave there. Like it's tough for him.
His words per minute is probably insane.
Okay. So who's like the quiet, consistent one? Because I haven't been able to watch a lot. I've only really kind of just joined this community in earnest. So like, who's like the quiet kind of sleeper?
I don't know about quiet, because if you're quiet, you largely go fairly unnoticed unless you win the whole thing. But TMS Shining Star is the most likely to type GLHF at the beginning of a game.
That's the one. See, that's the kind of energy I'm talking about.
Shining Star is actually a really good person. He's a pretty cool guy. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's my root right there.
Yeah. I think Shiny Star might be one of the most underrated players in this Final 8. I mean, like, underrated, right? They play in golden spatulas. They, win tournaments here and there. Like, top 50 EU West. Like, that's our underrated player, right? But,
right, yeah.
but they're dwarfed, if you will, by players like Scipius. It's like, okay, you play in all these golden spatulas, but Scipius won the golden spatula. So it's like, okay, you don't quite, match up, if you will, but yeah, great player. He might be one of the quote unquote underdogs of this whole thing. So yeah, I think it has to be the return of Scipius, though. I think it's got to be. I think it's gonna be the return of Scipius. But with this, I'm actually really excited for when Lawrence and I release this year's 2023's Aegis top 25 players. It's gonna be
so excited.
Things are gonna change drastically, and I'm pretty hype because we've got a lot of new faces. Two, a lot of old faces have really stepped up, and so it'll be cool to kind of watch that.
I've been playing purely not to win anything, but purely to get out of the honorable mentions and reach the top 25 Aegis player list. That's my whole motivation.
There it is. I mean, think of it. Day 1 Keens decided to just go to day 3. He was day 3, but he's day 3 Keens now. Well done, man. You were day 1 Keens last list, day 3 Keens now. That's a big step up to me.
Yeah, and I went from playing Dragon Cup to missing Defender Cup entirely. Yeah, a big step up.
Huge step up. Huge.
Got to play 7 less games of TFT. That's a high roll.
That is a high roll. Yeah.
It's a big high roll time you saved. That's freaking hilarious, man. Awards. Aegis Awards. Rain, you have no idea what this is, I don't think.
I mean, I know what it is. I just am not participating for the aforementioned
high roll.
reason. But...
You have to participate in this one. This is high roll and low roll of the week. So we always give out these awards on the podcast. You have to give out a high roll and a low roll. It does not have to be TFT related. It can be anything.
Sure.
It can be
anything.
Yeah. So you gotta pick a high roll and a low roll. I will go first. Do you guys want to start with a high roll or start with the low roll?
I'm fine either way.
Ramen, do you give a care high roll, low roll?
My low roll was a huge bummer, so...
Let's end with the high roll so that we can get the bad vibes out of the way.
Yikes, man. Hey, do you want to go first with your low roll? Get the huge bummer
out of the way? We'll just get it out of the way.
We'll just dust it under the rug. We'll be like, all right, that never happened.
A couple of days ago, I had to put my cat down. Literally just 2 days ago. And he was like my best friend in the whole world, and I miss him terribly. And so, bummer. Yeah, it's been actually. I was saying last night when we were just kind of goofing off playing in-house and stuff was the longest I had gone without crying in 2 days. So that's my low roll. I love that guy to death, and I miss him a lot. So,
how long do you have the cat for?
4 years.
4 years. Okay.
4 years. Yeah.
Okay.
I adopted him from an ex-girlfriend of mine who had him for 4 years, and he was just the perfect cat. We were like this. So yeah, unfortunate.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, me too. I'm sorry to have to say it.
For sure. All right, I'm gonna not to make light of it. I'm gonna dust it under the rug, though.
No, it's okay. you can make light of it. I'm perfectly fine. You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
So, my low roll is I'm not gonna dwell on it, but it's the overall production of the mid set. I like some of the casters. I don't like other of the casters. And it's pretty tough. I think some of the casters are pretty low tier. I think the top and the bottom are really tough. And
you gonna drop names, or are you just gonna
top and the bottom are tough. I think you high roll some casters, you low roll some casters. And that was tough. Knowing a lot of the casters in the space, that are trying to make it up there, it is always tougher knowing that, like, I think this guy is better and he doesn't have a chance. And so it's always the low roll for me, is I think you get these casters that have just been given chance after chance after chance. I'm like, but I know this guy who's working his butt off to get up there can't get a shot. Like, bummer. No, I'm not going to give names. Everybody knows. You know who it is.
Trying to spice it up.
Like, if you watch the broadcast, you know there's a high tier and a low tier.
Yeah.
It's quite obvious.
Like everybody else, I don't watch the broadcast.
Okay, yeah.
I just watch the streamers I like.
But that's it, right? Like, get a better broadcast and people will watch it.
No.
That's my opinion.
If we had like a Captain Flowers of TFT casting of that quality every single time, then the broadcast would get a lot of views.
I think so. Yeah, if you get somebody hype, or like, I've always said something like, I mean, I have no idea the logistics of this, right? No clue. But get somebody like Skara. Why not grab a Skara?
Yeah.
He's a great personality.
No, like,
I want to watch Skara.
Worlds did a very good job of having a quote-unquote influencer / high elo player be one of their casters, where like BB was casting, I think, for a lot of the Worlds games, and that went very well.
Yep.
I was a huge fan of that.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of Bebe, right? Not a fan of him. But like,
yeah,
that was
same.
cool.
But the man knows his way around a microphone. He's a charmer, you know.
Yeah. Not a fan of him.
I think,
but he did good.
honestly, like until TFT, if it ever consistently gets like LAN tournaments, that's going to be just a huge problem. Because like
TFT Worlds is not LAN, by the way.
Yeah, if I have the choice between watching the POV of a streamer that I like and hearing their thought process and cheering them on through their chat, or watching a broadcast where it's bouncing from person to person and I'm, sometimes I'm gonna miss. I remember like two worlds ago, there was like they were hyping up like this big rolldown's coming, and then it was like 4-1 or whatever, and they started the rolldown, and production switched to a whole different player who was just like doing nothing, and you're like,
don't even be started. I'm not even gonna touch that. I got that get a whole podcast of its own, man.
If I can deal with that, or I can just watch a streamer I want to watch. I'm going to watch the streamer I want to watch and get the entire experience. And the only way you really get rid of that is by having a LAN. Look at Summit. Look at the Summit. Everybody watch that. Rest in peace indeed.
R.I.P. Summit.
Like what an awesome experience that was. Yep. And everybody watched it.
Rain, can I ask you, did you watch the Summit?
Yeah.
I'm going to put you on the spot just a little bit. Because I want to preface this by I don't know the answer of this, okay? And I did watch the Summit, but I don't know the answer to this. Who won the Summit?
Kurum and his teammate.
So you do know. So my point was, I watched the whole thing and freaking loved it. I had no clue who won. I didn't care.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was there for the spectacle of it, and then somebody won, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, I guess.
Exactly. But like everything in between. I mean, like there were so many memorable moments, and they made them memorable. Like Robin had the Viego 3. I remember I was sitting at the fan experience playing TFT, watching on a big screen his Viego 3, like smashing stuff, and just being like super hype, and everybody around me was super hype watching it, because like here's this big like 2v2 tournament thing going on, and you hit this 3-star 4-cost and win the round, and it was super hype, and having other people in the room like made it like the LAN experience is completely different. Even if I wasn't even in the same room as the LAN was happening, but just having other fans around me created energy.
Yeah, a lot of the summer camp people and Aegis people were all sitting around the TV watching them either do stupid or amazing decisions on the broadcast.
Great.
And we were flaming and we were laughing. It was a great time.
Yeah. That's good, man. Ramen, low roll. You got one?
My low roll is definitely of equal importance to both you and Rain's low rolls. Yes. And that is that I got destroyed in a League of Legends lane about 2 hours ago, where the Crazy Pete Aegis' own, the Crazy Pete, left me on an island to get bodied by a Yorick and an Evelyn. It is just a shame that I had to deal with such a travesty.
Do you need me to ban Pete?
You gotta catch him when
I'll ban
he's
Pete.
when he's sane, Pete.
Yeah, that guy's crazy.
The same Pete would have helped me.
Same Pete would have helped me.
me.
I think yesterday Pete would have helped you. I really miss old Pete though.
I miss old Pete so much.
Even yesterday Pete would have helped you. Old Pete is just peak Pete.
I was crying this morning for 3 hours straight, thinking about how the Pete I knew was gone.
The Pete you
and
knew.
I'll never get him back.
Never. It's gone.
Gone forever.
Gone forever. Feels bad, man. There's a deep thought for anybody in chat if you want to think about that. Be like the old person that you knew, gone. You'll never get them back. Never. They're gone. Accept it. High roll. Rain, you got a high roll?
Yeah, this man, like
Come on in.
okay, to extend a little bit my low roll into my high roll, like my kitty cat's decline was sudden but rapid, and so the last couple weeks really have been really tough, and I work like a graveyard shift, but he needed pretty much constant care, so I'd only sleep like 3 or 4 hours a day and then stay up all night working a graveyard. So I've just been like really run down, and the past couple days of like I'm hanging out chatting with you guys and playing TFT and stuff like that has been a really nice distraction at a time when I needed it. And I've been wanting to make new friends, period, let alone in the TFT community for a long time. And now here I am on a podcast chit chatting with you guys. So that's a high roll if I have seen one.
Feels good, man. Yeah,
feels good.
TFT
indeed.
is actually like, it's quite fun. I think the community actually like keeps gamers in, which is quite cool. The community is actually pretty lit. It's hard to find people in this community that are actually like terrible people.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless you get some of the high elo streamers.
I've made more friends in the last 3 months in the TFT community than I think I've made in the last like 10 years combined.
Feels. Especially like it's such a transition going from like, I think a lot of people come from League of Legends to play TFT, right? That's like the normal transition. And it's like, wow, this is so much better. This is great. Yeah. This is what real community feels like? Holy cow. Is this what a gaming community is supposed to look like? This is awesome. I love this place.
And I've been, I played a lot of Overwatch, and I started playing video games online with Halo 2 back in the day. And so, like, I've been through community after community after community, Destiny, all sorts of places. And usually, like, the narrative surrounding gaming communities is, oh, they're terrible. Oh, they're toxic. Like, yeah, you're gonna meet some cool people here and there, right? Like, you have that night where you, like, duo up with some random who like you crush the lobby with and you're friends for the night and then you never play with them again, all that sort of stuff. TFT is nothing like that. It's like it's our little secret, right? That we're like,
yeah, don't tell the toxic people.
Wholesome, healthy, beautiful, fantastic community out there in the gaming world.
Lawrence actually has a lot of theories on why it is so. So if you ever want to talk about why TFT is great, ask Lawrence, because he's like gone super in depth with thinking about this. My high roll, I had a different high roll, but I'm gonna go with this one just because of Ramen Blitz's low roll. I played 2 Summoner's Rift games today, and I haven't played Summoner's Rift in a long time. Decided to play some flex with some college buddies. We won both of them. Made my way back to silver.
What?
So yeah, we flexed them, and it was just insta bronze to silver. So I'm like, great. Hopefully, it only takes like 10 more games to get to gold. That's my hope. That I can just get my skin. Wait, are all skins out for everybody now? I don't know. I'll probably still go for gold, and just kind of creep my way in there, and then just be like,
it's all right, gold
I'm good.
Up.
I made it.
I think it's gold up.
I think
And
I
there's
actually
like
think they
specific
changed
chromas
it.
for different ranks.
I think they
But-
changed it to where everyone gets the skin now.
Um,
Why? I don't know, but that's what I heard. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
well, I mean,
I'll happily be wrong.
you get like the chroma and down. Like for example, the Grandmaster chroma for both seasons that's been a thing have been amazing.
Really?
Better than the Challenger chroma.
I didn't know that. All I know is I don't know if anybody else has had this. Grinds my gears. But I've worked hard to not be toxic in League of Legends. Not actually worked hard, but I've just not been toxic. And then I get the Honor 5 tokens that I can use. These skins suck. The Honor 5 tokens are useless. Useless.
The most recent like last set's Honor 5 skin. Have you seen that one? The Malzahar one?
Wait.
There's a Malzahar skin that you got for being, I think, Honor 5. And that
Wait,
looks
really?
amazing.
Did they give it? They actually gave out a skin for being Honor 5?
Yeah, I think so. At least that's what I was told by some random person.
I didn't
when
play
I asked
enough
what
to
that
get
skin was from.
I only got Honor 4. I'm toxic now.
I didn't play enough to get Honor 5 either. I played too much TFT.
But all they have are like, so the tokens, you get one and they get like skins. Like it's a like you can pick from a Warwick or a Twitch skin.
Yeah, there's a really good Malzahar skin. I don't know the mechanics because I've ever since the mechanic has been released, I played TFT, so I haven't not firsthand experience at all.
Rest in peace. Anyways,
I
what's
have
your high roll,
never
Roman?
played Summoner's Rift against human beings.
Roman,
And you
high
keep
roll?
it that way.
I'm planning on it.
My high roll, there's a lot of cool things happening behind the scenes that I can't talk about, which would have been the high roll. So the only high roll I can say is a future high roll, and that I'm gonna watch The Last of Us with my family in an hour, which will
Hell
be cool.
I've heard some rumblings about some things that are possibly happening somewhere at some time.
Mm-hmm.
So that
That
I
is
have.
interesting developments. My gosh.
Developments that are interesting. But outside of that, question and answers. Do we have any questions? I have not been reading chat. I've been more talking with you guys. Anybody got any questions? Kind of moving on. Chat. If you guys have anything, or Ramen, Rain, if you guys have any topics you want a quick tackle before we walk on out of here for the day, please feel free to
Yeah,
hit
so
me up.
when's the next Aegis land?
Great question. Next, we've never had one. An Aegis land would be lit. Rami, if we were
I'm
to have an
waiting.
Aegis land, where would it be? Where would you have it?
Right next to my house, so I can just walk there and not have to drive.
You got a place? Do we have it in Ramen's garage? You got
Surely
fiber?
you could rent out the grocery store near me. Surely they'll allow that with their stellar public Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Stellar Public Wi-Fi. They've talked about it. I mean, it's so ridiculous to actually do a LAN. I have no idea how Gangly's doing it for TC3.
With great struggles, I'm sure.
Oh, I bet. The financial side of things has got to be just absurd. Trying to figure out, okay, how in the world can I afford everything?
I've come to accept that if you love the community and you want to run a really cool tournament like that, you have to doom your IRL econ. I don't know why I
Yes.
can't think of the actual word. I can only think of IRL econ because
Your
I've
budget,
ran
your finances. Yeah.
Putra, I can't talk too much about it, but the logistics are. Yeah. No, I agree. And I've heard some rumblings, some back end talk. I just holy
Yeah,
cow! What
if
a
I
headache.
hosted a land, I'd be like, bring your own computer, bring your own desk.
Yes.
Just went
Right.
back. It's all good.
Yeah. It's more of a LAN party
There
vibe than it is a LAN that we're hosting. So
Yeah. How do you set up like I don't know what it is like?
I've got a big
60
living room. You know,
He's got 60 PCs set up for people to use or whatever. It's like, jeez.
that's insane.
Obviously, it's like I don't know some business that already had it going, but like holy cow, or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's 40, but 40 is still absurd. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I would actually just say no. It's a TFT mobile LAN tournament. Bring your phone with you. Fly on
there it
in.
is.
My
Absolutely.
phone can't run TFT. It's too old.
We will rent some bleachers. That's it, just bleachers. Or Or maybe we'll go to like a public park and just have everybody sit on the bleachers.
Honestly, a TFT mobile LAN kind of sounds dope. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds pretty great. Like, I'd be into it. I mean, like the hugest challenge obviously would be like broadcasting it and being able to like.
It would literally just be like Honey Bear walking around with like his little like a camera, just like zooming in on people,
zooming on people's phones.
Like,
it looks like looks like you're running Gadget.
That was a text.
Just
I
tell me
wasn't
what you're
supposed
running.
to see.
Just tell
On
me
to
what
the
you're
next
running.
one. Like, hey, you got a text message from your wife, and that wasn't good. On to the next.
Yeah, I mean, if the rest of us ever get spectator mode, if we ever get the ability to spectate, then that would be doable.
So Lawrence, go ahead and set that up. TFT mobile LAN, the Aegis first LAN event. Give me hype. Why is Honey Bear wearing a Twitch shirt on YouTube? Great question. Anything else? Super sus. Actually for TC3 we do have a lot of if anybody else like around or you guys know anybody that's going to TC3, let us know in the Discord, because there are quite a few Aegis people that are going. And it's being essentially run by ProTroid. So big hype to ProTroid. CLE will be there. A couple other players will be there too.
I honestly don't even know what that is.
Tactician's Crown. It's the Gangly puts on a LAN event. So that's Gangly's TFT LAN event that'll be going on. So
is that the one in New Jersey?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do know what that is. Yeah, okay.
Nice.
We'll go if someone plays for a plane ticket for me.
Yeah, I'm not going to New Jersey.
I looked into going. I was ready. Like, I was so ready to go. I just had to wait. Last second, they're like, we might need a producer. And I don't know if you guys know or chat knows much about TFT producing. I'm literally the only TFT producer that I know of. I truly can't find anybody else. There's nobody else. So it's like, who can produce TFT? It's like, only Honey Bear. If you know any other TFT producer, even their name, let me know, because I'd love to meet them. Because I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody who does this. So, wait, Rain, do you produce TFT? Well, you can't.
I could.
Rain. Can you? If you had a computer. Or did you fix it?
What do you think I'm talking to you on right now?
Don't you have, like graphics card problems? No, what I heard?
It's just old. Yeah, it's just old.
You have to be able to run a stream in 1080p with... I think at most times I have somewhere around like 6 to 8 Twitch streams going, plus all the face cams, all the everything else, the bells and whistles. Yeah, once my
970 is no longer a 970, which is probably a couple months from now.
Your rig has to be prepared. You gotta like polish it up.
When it comes to the other side of it, when it comes to the actual, I've worked in live sports production as a camera op and as an instant replay operator, and doing like live packages for like highlight reels and stuff like that. Like I produced television before, so yeah. You
just gotta get the PC for it.
Yeah. We'll talk. Don't worry about it.
Find the PC, and then maybe there will be a second TFT producer. But currently, I am the solo TFT producer.
You'll finally get a break.
Maybe
someday.
I didn't see anything else. Did you guys see anything else? On the outro. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Rain, any shout outs?
My cat Whisper and the whole Aegis community for being so welcoming and lovely and super cool. Thanks, guys.
Ramen, any shout outs?
Shout out to same thing, Aegis. I'm about to see a lot of you in the upcoming set 8.5 in-houses that we got going for PBE, I'm assuming. In 3 days?
Yeah. Talk to Crazy Pete. If you guys have any questions about the in-houses, make sure you speak with the Crazy Pete. Hopefully he's not that crazy at the current moment, but you never know with that guy. Really don't. Ramen, quick question. Do you have a tissue?
No.
Okay. Thought I'd ask. Thought I'd ask, man. Well, guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much. This has been the Aegis Rolldown podcast. Oh, the Aegis Awards shout out. Nice, thank you. Aegis Awards tomorrow. Make sure you guys check out the Aegis Awards. Lawrence, I can see my Discord this time. You don't have to at me a million times.
But
this one
I
time
can.
we're going through things. I couldn't check my Discord because we were using my monitor to like watch something, and I just got 12,000 ats. I'm like, stop adding me. I don't know. I can't read it. Like, stop adding me. Like, tell me out loud if you need something. Anyways, Aegis Awards. If you guys have not voted, make sure you vote. Aegis Awards is our first ever Aegis Awards. It's gonna be hype. I will be there. I don't know if you'll see my face or if you'll just see Ali's face or you'll see Lawrence's face. Who knows whose face you're gonna see? You will see Ali's face, and you'll see somebody else there as well. But make sure you guys pop in. If you guys have not checked it out, if you're nominated for anything at all, get a speech prepared. You get a minute. So make sure you have a speech prepared. We'll drag you on into the live channel. You get a minute to talk about your award that you got. I can't wait to hear some of the speeches for the Troll Awards. I hope they're good. Robin, you look concerned, man.
I was not aware that public speaking would be involved.
Welcome to the public speeching. Speeching. Did
You
Sealy,
too. Welcome to the public speeching.
Now I have to know. Wait, in Sealy's post, did he mention?
No, sir. No, papa. I'll just riff it. Surely I'll think of something.
Sealy, did you mention that? You don't obviously have to give a speech. You can actually send a representative too. If you don't have there, or you're not there to accept the award, send a representative to accept your
down
award.
For every single person who wins an award to send the same representative.
Yes.
Keynes is back again. Keynes, you are now accepting this. What do you guys say this time, Keynes? We'll just have him, whoever it is, we'll have them have the exact same speech for every single award. Just like the most monotone speech for every award.
Staring blank face at the camera.
You don't have to be on camera. Actually, I don't even know if we have a slot for you on camera.
B-movie script, 1 minute at a time. Yes, one minute of the B movie per award.
Oh my gosh. Wait, how many? We have 25, if I'm correct, I believe it's 25 awards. How long is the B movie? So how long do the award speeches have to be to get the entire speech of the movie? Unless you go faster. If you go fast, I think you can make, if you like ×2 speed, probably make it.
The B movie script has 9,155 words. If we divide that by the amount of awards, we'll know
how many words?
25?
25
Well, I
awards.
mean, yeah. Is that just dialogue, or is that sort of stage direction as well? Because we're gonna cut out the stage direction.
I cannot separate that off rip for you.
No, don't worry about it. We'll just confirm it is
Pull
not
up the
stage
screenplay.
Here,
I'll make some edits.
366 awards per Aegis Award. You have to save the B movie script.
Okay, how fast does a human talk in 60 seconds?
Oh,
Like-
we could just get Eminem to do it. Just have him
Does
rap on
or
it.
can?
How many-
Does or can? Yeah.
Fast.
Get the Micro Machines guy from back in the day.
How fast is normal per? 150. That's perfect. So wait, it's 360 they have to do?
You have to do double time it.
So you just have to like be able to read really, really fast.
Yeah.
Easy. Wait, let's go from talk to read. Wait, read is 200 to 300 words per minute.
Reading is way faster. Yeah.
Absolutely. So if you're just reading it straight off the script, 100% you
But
get
no,
the 360. We can recite the entire B movie in that time. I love it.
So if you're out there and you're up for an award, either write a heartfelt, bespoke speech on your behalf for the award, or just get a little snippet of the B movie.
Correct.
Save yourself some time.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next week with another Aegis Rolldown podcast, and we will see you tomorrow for the awards and hopefully the ACL. Have a good one, guys. See you.